Good evening and welcome. Tonight, an exclusive 11 Alive investigation uncovering the spending habits of an Atlanta City Councilman has now triggered an investigation by the city's ethics department. On Thursday, 11 Alive uncovered questionable expenses by Michael Julian Bond, paid for by taxpayer money. They included party favors that he bought for his own high school reunion, a private tutor that he paid to teach him math at City Hall, and a recent 4-day trip to Washington, D.C. that happened to coincide with his family reunion. 11 Alive's Katie Beck spent weeks investigating Bond on this story. You broke the story for 11 Alive and spoke with Atlanta City Ethics Director today. So what is the very latest?
Well, they have told Bond that he is now currently under investigation, and they are going through all the same documents that we use to confirm the facts of our story. Ethics Officer Nina Hickson answers to a 7-member ethics board and says after our story aired, several board members called her, asking about opening an investigation.
The reporting would suggest that there's some question regarding the spending of city funds.
Atlanta's ethics officer Nina Hicks says she saw some ethical red flags in our investigation of Councilman Michael Julian Bond. She saw them, and so did several of the city's ethics board members.
There were a couple of members, I'd rather not disclose who, but yes, they contacted me to find out if this was a matter we were going to look into.
We started asking questions of Bond back in April about some unpaid late fines he owed the State Ethics Commission. That led us to his expense account, which led us to questions about a private tutoring expense of nearly $2,600 from Bond.
37 hours of general math?
Yeah.
And questions about why he bought his high school class custom pins and DVDs for a reunion party.
Have you provided pins and DVDs to other high school reunions besides your own?
Well, I haven't been asked.
And finally, a trip to D.C. the same weekend as his family reunion.
Coincidence that your family reunion was at the same time as your touring D.C.?
I would say it is a coincidence.
But now Bond will face another round of questions, this time from the city.
Under the code, we have subpoena power, so to the extent there's not cooperation, we can go to the board, seek the issuance of a subpoena, and actually have that subpoena enforced if that becomes necessary.
Hickson says they will review documents and do interviews on their own because it's not just about public money, it's about public trust.
That's what ethics is about, trying to create that climate of trust so that public officials can work on behalf of the community, and the community believes that they are acting in their best interest.
Now, we asked Bond for a response to the city's investigation today. He says that he welcomes the inquiry by the ethics board, feels like it will resolve a lot of questions about his public service, and he says he will completely cooperate and looks forward to a resolution on this case.
So, Katie, what happens once the city's investigation is complete?
Well, they do a very thorough investigation, and at the end of it, they either have a finding of wrongdoing or not. If they do have a finding, they try to settle it with the council member, perhaps paying back some of the money or perhaps a fine. And if that doesn't work, it goes before the full ethics board.
Now, I know you have some more coming up tonight at 11.
That's right. It was a watchdog group also took interest in this story. They're going to have more response, and we're going to have more on the city's ethics investigation tonight at 11.
All right, Katie, thanks very much.